Hello guys, welcome to this video. In the last video, I have demonstrated how to create a new plugin, how to write code for it. But in this video, we'll see how to use the plugin that we have already created in the last video, how to check if it's working fine or not, how to write events, workflows, and check if it's working fine or not. Yeah, we'll do that in this video. But before that, I would like to give you a short overview of what happens after a plugin is created. So after a plugin is created, we'll pull GS plugin git repo. We'll create a new folder in it and move all the code that we have written for the plugin into that folder. Then we need to raise a pull request when our team will review it and check if everything is working fine or not. So if everything is perfect, then the plugin shall be published to npm. After it is published to npm, we can access it and use it directly using the CLI. So this is what happens after a plugin is created. So we have already created a Kafka plugin in the last video. So I have already published it. So now we'll actually check how to initialize the plugin that we have created. And for the sake of this video, we'll not be using the CLI, but we'll do everything manually so that everything is clear. So this is a sample project that is created for the sake of this video. So as you can see, it has data sources, events, event sources, and functions. So as we are not using the CLI, we need to add the files manually. So here, as we in the last video, like we have created Kafka plugin. So Kafka is a data source as well as an event source. So I am adding kafka.ts file here and kafka.yaml file here, and in the events we need to create an event, kafka event, kafka-event.yaml, and in the functions, like we need to create kafka-publish. So kafka-. So we have created all the empty files that are required. Now we need to install the published plugin. So npm I so you can see that it is installed. After it is installed, we need to go to kafka.ts and import the data source from it. So plugin Kafka as data source is auto generated. We need to import it and export the same thing. Okay, after it is done, we need to go back to the documentation. So if you see the documentation, we have Kafka config here. So we need to copy this and use it because Kafka needs client ID and brokers. So we need to go to kafka.yaml and use the client ID and brokers here, save it, go back to the documentation, and we have Kafka event, a sample event written. This is a HTTP event, so we can use it in the event section. So I'm using that here. Now we have the event. Now if you go back to the function part, so we need a sample functioning as well, because we need to check if the plugin is working or not. So I'm using the workflow code that is given in the documentation. So I'm using it here. Now I wanted to give a port for it so that everything works fine. Now let's do the Godspeed dev, but before that I would like to explain the function Here you can see that we are having topic and message as arguments here. Here Kafka.producer is used. So if in Kafka, to get connected to a specific topic, we need to give a specific topic. So here if we change producer, it may not work because there's a validation. So producer is a must in this code in data source.kafka.producer. And if you go to the events part, we are calling the function kafka-publish, which we have already written over here. Now I'm trying to check the output by executing Godspeed dev. Yeah, as you can see that hello world Kafka publish workflows are working fine. Even the events are working fine, and the DAO server is running on port 5440. So if you want to check the endpoints, like you can use Postman and check the endpoints that are triggered in the events as well. So that's it for this video. I hope that you got an overview and more idea about how to use the plugin that we have already created, how to check if the events and functions are working fine or not, how to initialize the plugin that we have published already. Thank you.